Damn, we're live. My fault. We're a little late. Sorry. I was screwing around on trying to launch my new Instagram account, my new YouTube channel this morning. I got so excited about it. Screwing around. I think it's called the Capable Child. Did you see the guy? Oh yeah, that guy I had on yesterday. You know the guy who was in jail?
Yeah.
He has a YouTube account. He just makes 1-minute videos every day, like anywhere between 1 to 7. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna do that. And I just launched a YouTube page called The Capable Child. And then and I'm calling it a parenting consulting service. And my wife goes, "How much are you going to charge?" I said $500. She goes, "Why don't you start like at $300?" I'm like, "Because I don't want to talk to anyone. I don't want to, like, if I talk to you, like, I want to know, like, oh, 500. Yeah, okay. I can stop and give you my undivided attention because there's so much other shit I'd rather do. You know what I mean?
It's like how you pick your kids' instructors.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You want to work with them.
Yeah. And I don't know what takes me so long to realize shit, but it kind of like took me showing Hiller the account. I mean, literally everywhere I go, fucking I have to, like, I can't even fucking go to the store without people stopping me and start asking me about my kids. And it's not just the way they look, the way they move, the way they interact with people. I'm like, okay, fine. I'll just start putting out 1-minute videos, start sharing what I'm doing, what I see. And hope and spread the message, and it's fun. It'll add to some creativity and shit. If I get one consulting job, that'll pay for piano lessons for the month.
There you go. Too easy.
Yeah, done. If I get zero consulting jobs, it's even better because then I get to keep hanging out with my kids and doing this podcast. Carlos Mejias from Light CrossFit. Did you see his Instagram? I don't even know if it's called Light CrossFit. I think it's called LYFE Athletics. I didn't send you notes because there are no notes, by the way. You have bugs in the hospital?
Yeah.
LYFE Athletes, LYFE. LYFE. By the way, he's not late. That is totally my fault. Like 1 second before I came on, I sent him the link like a douche. I don't know why. I was just on I am really excited about this new Instagram account. Like really pumped. Hey, do you remember that guy David Smith? Do you remember that? Say that again.
So maybe this one won't get shadow banned because it's all about parenting.
Yeah. I don't think my kids one. I don't think the 3 Playing Brothers one is shadow banned either. By the way, this is going to be continued in the series of affiliate shows. If you go to that Instagram account here, I'm going to send it to you in the private chat. It does say it is it doesn't say it's a CrossFit team. It just says helping people improve their lives. CrossFit is for everyone. Oh, and you know what? I think you know where you're supposed to put in pronouns? I think he typed in gym, physical fitness center. That's clever. Pronouns. There he is. Carlos, I'm so sorry I sent you the link with so late.
It's seeing you guys, but I can't hear you. Hold up.
Even better. I hate to apologize. I hate for anyone to hear me say sorry. That's what happens. I send you the link late. Completely my fault.
Let's see what happens.
I got on the scale yesterday, Caleb, because I had to pull the scale out because the kids are getting ready to do a jiu-jitsu tournament this Saturday.
Yeah.
And 170.
170?
That's a big version of me.
You're thick. You're a thick old boy.
5'5", 170. I know. I don't like being this heavy. I'm going to cut back on the 2 pounds of macadamia nuts I eat every night before I go to bed.
What's up, guys?
Carlos, what's up, dude?
What's up?
Sorry I sent you the link so late, dude. That was ridiculous. I normally send it like 10 or 15 minutes ahead of time, and I was just like screwing around, just sitting on the couch, just chilling.
That couch behind you?
No, that couch is just for show. That one, no one sits on that.
That's his couch.
This is just to display my gear. Ah, yes.
Love it.
Hey, I wore that shirt yesterday. I that was poor planning on my part. That's a really nice shirt. I get compliments on it every time I wear it.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, the LYFE shirt.
Yeah.
Did you want to call it LYFE LIFE, but it was already taken?
I did. Well, it wasn't taken. They just gave me the excuse that it was too similar to live or something like that. But I was like, I gave him the whole spiel. So life stands for live your fitness every day.
Oh, okay. I'll buy it. I'll buy it.
Yeah. And we made that because we never stopped working out during the pandemic. You know?
Oh.
Yeah.
God, I love that subject.
Yep.
Hey, it looks like you got a great crew too.
Thank you.
When you did that, did you lose every affiliate owner that I've spoken with? That was a bit contentious, right? During the pandemic, like maybe some of your clients thought that if you kept it open, you were being negligent and not safe, and so they didn't want to be any part of you, so they left. Did that happen?
No, not really. The ones that didn't want to be part of it, they stayed home. So we gave them equipment. You know, we gave them our equipment and stuff. We gave them like a rower, whatever. It was first come, first serve. So when they told us to shut down, I didn't want to do it. But my other partners kind of were on it and they wanted to. So I took enough equipment home to my house to be able to have 6 people working out at a time. So I had it at my house, and then the rest of the equipment, we gave it all out. We gave it all out to people so they can work out from home. And what I did, I was streaming the classes from my house online. So people were watching us work out and they would follow the workout. But I had at one point at my house, I think we had like 70 people coming, obviously in and out. We were working out from 7 a.m. all the way to 7 p.m. Right there in the front porch of my house, right outside here.
Well, you're in Florida?
Yep.
Hollywood, Florida. Hollywood, Florida. Is that a coastal town?
Yes.
I have this theory, and some people don't like it, but they think it's not true. But I swear, I'm really, really convinced it's true. That the coastal towns have healthier people because, well, not only coastal towns, but warmer clients near the coast. We have healthier people because we've leveraged our egos to not want to look sloppy because we wear less clothes. It's kind of like how I tighten up a little bit in the summer, right? Because I know my shirt's going to be off more. And I think that it's kind of a good way to leverage the ego to be healthy. Do you think that's true?
I think part of it, I mean, it depends.
Like you go to the Middle East where the women are covered and so many of them just seem obese.
Yeah. So
because they're covered up. Like, who are they trying to show off to?
Of course, I get that. But even then, I think it's more the culture and who you surround with. So like down here, it's a lot of Hispanics and stuff. So you'll go to the beach and you see a bunch of overweight people, you know, like
some muy gordos and gorditos and gordas.
Yes.
And now I'm just showing off. I'm just showing off.
Yeah. I see that. So it happens. It depends on where you're at. Like if you go to South Beach and stuff, where it's like the it's kind of like LA, right? Like if you go to that where you were at Newport, right? All beautiful people, plastic surgery, all that stuff. You have that here, but you come up a little bit more north, and it starts coming more regular. And by the time you get to like mid Florida, it's just, you know, same like everywhere else. 70% overweight.
Yeah. If you just go 10 miles inland from my house, it turns into just roly-polyville. Just everyone's huge.
Exactly.
What did you see, Carlos? How come you weren't afraid of dying from this, from all the scare tactics they showed? What statistics or numbers or what evidence did you have that made you feel that it was okay? And you have kids, right?
Yes, 3 kids.
So you must and a wife.
And a wife, yeah.
So you must have felt pretty confident in some statistics or some numbers you saw that it was okay to keep interacting with people. I mean, we're seeing now, I don't know if it's true, but we're seeing now that there's a city in China of 13 million people that's being kept inside for something that you weren't afraid of. I'm curious what you saw that made you think that it was okay to just keep working out.
So I truly believe in CrossFit and the health benefits of it. So you know how at the games they always talk about the known and unknowable. I think that is more towards the health part of it. So I was like, okay, CrossFit, the known and the unknowable. I don't know nothing about this. What better way to put it to the test? Every time I talk to my gym members, is CrossFit saves your lives. Is everything is the answer for so many things. If I don't believe it and I don't put it to the test, why should I be talking about it? So I said, yeah, I'm not gonna stop. We're gonna keep going, and we'll see what happens. We'll find out. We're gonna put it to the test, and that was my thing, the unknown. Let's make it knowable now that CrossFit is the answer.
I wish I didn't have quite as much faith as you did. I saw two things. I saw two things that convinced me.
Mm-hmm.
One was I looked at the people who were dying in China, and the vast majority were over 65, and they had been smoking for 30 years or more. The vast majority, and then the second thing is, as sort of disciples of CrossFit, we've been, it's been really shared to us over the past 15 years how bad sugar is, right?
Yeah. Yep.
So I started digging into sugar, and I started seeing the damage it does to the immune system. Not even damage, it makes it incapable. When you eat sugar, it makes your immune system incapable of working. It stunts its ability to send out NK cells and T cells, the white blood cells, to defend against infection. And quickly, I mean, it only took me, less than a day to figure that out. And then I was like, yeah, you're right. I follow this protocol of diet and movement, and my immune system should be able to fight off anything. And if it can't, there's no way I'm going to be able to run from this thing forever.
Exactly.
Right. So, what about your family and friends? Were they scared? Was your wife like, Carlos, I think you've taken this too far? Well, let me go back one step before I ask that.
Yeah.
And what shocks me is what you just said. I really expected to come out of CrossFit HQ.
Mm-hmm.
I really, really expected someone at HQ to say, because we're used to it with Greg Glassman, don't worry, guys, we have the cure to the world's most vexing problem. I've been telling you for 15 years to get on the lifeboats. Don't worry. Yeah. You're fine. And then to maybe tell the world, hey, even if they think we're crazy, to be like, hey, come on to the lifeboats. You'll be with like-minded people. You can go to Carlos's house and you'll see what they're eating and how to move. But we never received that. To this day, we still haven't received that. And instead, they made an effort to get money from the government to support the gyms, which went against the kind of the ethos or the spirit of what CrossFit is to be accountable, right?
Yeah. I was a little disappointed in that. And also so I'm a huge, I don't want to say a fan, but I think Ben Bergeron is like a huge mentor to me.
Sure. Yep.
And a lot of their big names were like, oh, we're the first one to close our gym and do this and do that. And it's like, man, what is happening? Why is no one standing up for what we believe? Obviously, Craig Howard did, and a lot of other people did. But the people that I was followed, were more like in the East Coast. So you kind of like stay with the people in the East Coast. And
I was shocked by Ben Bergeron too.
Yeah,
because he is a man of wisdom.
Yes.
He can think clearly, and yet what he did was kind of worse than, because he's a leader. He perpetuated the fear instead of sort of, I know he probably didn't want to be put into a place where he was being divisive or polarizing, but when you start building those plastic walls and do the math, you start perpetuating the fear, the lie. You start perpetuating the lie. Let's just fucking face it.
Yep. Exactly. So that was the whole thing. I was shocked. I was a little lost, but then again, right back to what Greg Glassman taught us all is like we have the answer to the world's most vexing problem. Let's just put it to the test and see if it's true. And kind of like all 70 of us, nothing happened to us. We kept living our life. These people's social mental state never got affected. I mean, to this day, they miss the days that we were having out here, in the front of my house. But man, we did that for 8 months, 8 months straight, and it was working from 7 to 7. Everybody at my house every day. Not gonna say it got a little tiring towards the end, but I was happy to open the new gym and go back and start working out at the gym and have my home to be my home, But it was cool.
So when you went into the pandemic, when you came out the other side, your gym had closed and you had to open a new gym?
No, so what happened, let me go back.
Okay, please.
When I started CrossFit, I started at another gym. And then from there, they asked me to become an owner. I did. We grew that gym right before the pandemic to 227 members.
Wow.
I quit. Yeah, I quit my job. I used to do drywall construction. I quit that. That wasn't changing the world. I wanted something to do that will help the world be a better place. So I did that. We were there for 5 years, and then I was gonna. It was too many of us. It was 5 owners. It was too many of us. So I was like, let me go. I'm the biggest one here. I'm gonna go so you guys can keep going. And the pandemic was perfect. It was like, okay, look, I'm already not there. Let's make this happen. I was gonna go move to Tennessee, and that happened on my birthday when we decided to move. And then on the next day is my wife's birthday, and she finds out that her mom has leukemia. So she tells me right there, we can't leave. I gotta stay here. And I told her that
her mom lives in Hollywood also.
Yeah, she was down here too.
Okay.
And she didn't want to leave her, so I totally understood. She told me, figure it out. And I did. I got up that morning at 3 in the morning. I started looking for a place, an empty spot, and another gym had closed, another CrossFit gym. And then I went to go look at that place, and it was empty. I contacted the landlord, and we went for it. And here we are 2 years later. It was October of 2020, our first date.
No, so you go into a location where there was already a gym.
Yep.
And you didn't feel like maybe it was cursed, or hey, maybe the foot traffic, or
no, not at all. I think it's up to you, man. It's all up to us to make it work and make it happen. I don't think of any.
You weren't like, man, this is a shitty location. No.
Nope, none of that. No excuses. We don't put any excuses. If you put your heart, you work into it, and you believe in what you're doing, I think it's going to pay off. So,
Carlos, this is totally off subject here.
Yeah.
Why not run do both? Why not run the where are you from, Carlos?
I'm from Venezuela.
Why not find some Venezuelan homeboys who just came across the border? Tell them, hey, come to Hollywood. I'm going to teach you guys the drywall business. Keep that business going. Have some young men drywalling for you. I don't mean to be sexist. I just don't see a lot of women doing that job.
No, I have women doing
fine.
it.
Find some hot women, and then also run the gym. Do both.
I did both for a little while when I was at the other gym, and you can only do one thing 100%.
All right.
Right. So I had those two things going. I was basically doing 50% to one, 50% to the other one. Then my family, everything else you have going on in life. And I decided that no, if I really want the gym to work and be a business, I had to be in it. And dude, yeah, once I did that, we were able to everyone get a salary. Now the gym is actually a business. It's running. We're changing life. It's growing. I can provide full-time jobs for other people, other coaches that want to do this full-time, no part-time. I want to make the box be better than what it is. Like the whole business of, okay, have a gym, but then you have a bunch of side hustles. I don't think that's a good idea. I think we should have a gym and not keep it like I have a 6,500 square foot gym. For me, I think that's old school now. That's what's the old school way to do in CrossFit. My goal is to create one day to take over a hospital and make that a gym. I wanted. I
You mean like an
hate
old hospital or an old elementary school or old high
hospital,
school or something?
something huge. Yeah, and make that a gym. I hate when I see hospitals and they keep growing and growing and building on top of buildings on top of buildings, especially down here. It's crazy. And it should be the other way. We should be the ones having those big places and changing people's life. Like 300 people at the gym is not going to do anything. It's going let's say there's 15,000 affiliates and each have 300 members. That's only 4.5 million people, like in the world. We should have affiliates of 3,000, 5,000, more, and actually change the world, make it a real thing. So we got plans. We got plans coming up.
I when you said hospital, I've drive by like abandoned high schools or abandoned like city colleges, and I always think that, man, what a great place.
Dude, amazing, with a track, a pool, everything.
Yeah.
Like everything in one spot. Even you can have the doctors that actually want to help people be in your facility and have their practices running through there. And then guess what? I'm gonna give you this for now, your insulin and stuff, whatever you need for now to keep you alive. But the cure is right outside these doors.
Carlos, do you think this is too harsh what I'm about to say? I'm about to say something kind of fucked up. Ready?
No, nothing you say is too harsh, man.
Okay. In California, they say they're building homes now. They're about to pass a law to build homes for homeless people, and I think that that's a lie. I think that they're building homes for drug addicts. Okay, and then I had a guest on yesterday. He said that's a lie too. They're not drug addicts. They're people with trauma. Okay, like how deep do you want to go? Okay, what if we didn't use that money for that? And instead, we built giant centers like the one you're saying. And so you can join the Army, right? When you're 18, you can join the Peace Corps. Are you familiar with that organization?
Yeah.
Okay. Why not build something that the government that you go to? I mean, God, I hate to say it would be the government, but why not build somewhere where for a year you go and get your health back? That's it. It's just a place you work out for a year. And it's free and it's subsidized by the government. If they're going to, I mean, I would rather open a facility for people who want to help themselves than a place to house drug addicts who are on the street.
Yep. 100%.
It doesn't, it seems like a no brainer, right? And then we're investing in our kids' future. We might have to suffer a little bit with the homeless people and the drug addicts, but within 10 or 15 or 20 years, we'll have this whole army of people. We'll have 4.5 million people in the United States alone who've gone through this 1-year program where they lived at one of these hospital, school, abandoned places that was that's
the goal.
So easy.
So easy, dude. And that's why, like, we have gyms that, like, the easier.
We keep taking care of the sick and not the healthy. Like, why don't we just why don't we invest in the healthy? A friend of mine told me one time, I said, hey, what shouldn't I eat? And he said, stop worrying about what you shouldn't eat and just focus on what you should eat. And I don't know if he was right, but I really like that.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, hey, here's the list of things you're supposed to get. Focus on that and you'll manifest those things.
That's it. Easy. It's easy. So then that's the goal. Like, my goal is it's always harder to change someone that's been 40 years fucking eating like shit and like they don't care. Like, that's the 5% of people that are not going to care. I have family members that see my change. I am fitter. I got abs at fucking 38 that I never had in my whole life. And they see me, they tell me every time, holy shit, Carlos, you look amazing. Yeah, hey, here, have this fucking cupcake, or have this, or come here home so we can have all this fried food. And it's like, dude, you have to change that. And they just don't want to hear it. So for me, I think the easiest thing to do is like my kids, and in my gym, I let all the parents bring their kids. Those kids, when they literally, I have a mom right now that she just had the baby and brought the baby 2 months old to the gym, and she puts him right in front of her working out. That,
as it should be.
yeah, and that life, that kid, that gym, our community is going to be in their DNA forever.
Right.
I'm never going to have to tell them, like a kid, right? Like an infant. You don't have to teach them how to squat. They're squatting from the beginning.
Right.
When my kids started doing CrossFit, I didn't teach them. I told them, grab the barbell and do a squat. And they got it. That's it. I didn't have to teach them anything. But if a 40-year-old comes in, literally it's like they're breaking in half trying to do a squat, trying to do something. So, dude, is for me is the sacrifices that we're going to make today is what's going to change the world in 30, 40, 50 years from now for my kids to see this. And dude, like the government and all that stuff, everyone is, like the student loans and all that shit, and all this sickness that we have to take care of. I'm not going to pay for it. My kids are.
Right.
And their kids.
Right.
If we don't fix that, we're going to get to a point where it's all going to go to crap.
So as you decide you're not going to move to Tennessee, you're going to stay there and open the gym. Did you already have the name already, like decided, LYFE Athletics?
Yeah, we decided that over here on the driveway. We kind of like make it a little thing for us on the driveway. Yeah, one day my wife got up and she's like, I got it. This is the name. And again, because we literally never stopped. It was so funny. So maybe day 3 of us being at home, literally they shut our gym down on a Friday. Saturday morning, I had the rig up in the front of the house. I had the whole floor, the session, everything. Saturday morning, we're working out. By Monday, people were calling the cops already, my neighbors and stuff. And the cops will come in and they're like, dude, this is amazing. I can't believe you guys are doing this. And I can do nothing to you. You're inside your house. Like, it's not like you're running out. You're not doing nothing outside. You're not breaking any laws. Do you mind if we stay here and watch you guys work out? Dude, we had like at one point, like 5 cops sitting there outside working out.
That's awesome.
Dude, my neighbor must be pissed. Whoever called, I don't know who it was. I never found out. But whoever called is like, I just called the cops on this guy, and now the freaking cops are working out. Like, what the fuck is going on?
Yeah, that doesn't work so well, right?
Yeah. So at the end, they ended up calling code enforcement. They're like, again, we can do nothing to you, but please put down the rig. I had literally a whole rig in the front of the house, and I put down the rig so I can tell them that you did that at least. And all right, fine. We took the rig down and we did pull-ups in the carport, and that was it.
Someone from the city came and said that to you?
They kind of like give something so that you can, so they stop calling. Like, it's just annoying about it. Like, now they were calling every day.
That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. So we did that, and that was it. We kept going.
Fight for the fittest. Being a medical professional, I'm someone torn here. Everything has its place. Fitness and health is a major part of my life, but medicine has its place too. No one is saying that medicine doesn't have its place in the world. Unfortunately, though, that profession and what came out of there in the last 2 years has been nothing but lies. And when I mean nothing, I mean 99% lies. You have to realize that you just got on. At this point, if you're on the wrong side of the fence. And I'll give you the most clear example. Everyone knew, the science showed, the statistics showed, the 3rd grade math showed, the CDC website showed that you never quarantine healthy people. They quarantine healthy people, and medicine has now probably this year is the leading cause of death in the United States. It usually hovers around the third. Medical errors are usually the third leading cause of death. Now, granted, when I say medical errors, I understand that people are complacent. You go in 300 pounds overweight into see the doctor and they fuck up and you die. It's like, yeah, you met them at the 50-yard line. I get it. But the medicine has completely jumped off the deep end. I don't know if you saw what was released today, but the CDC told Facebook that the vaccine was completely 100% useful for kids before the trials on children had started. First of all, we know none of that's true. It's not 100% effective, but it's fucked. So, and I always pose this to you. Show me a healthy person who's died. Show me one. Show me just fucking one healthy person who's died from COVID. And what do I mean healthy? Someone who looks like Carlos. That's it. Just some Venezuelan dude who eats right and works out in his driveway. That's it. Nothing special. You don't got to be a fucking Olympian with a gold medal.
Nope.
Carlos, when did you come to the United States? You're born in Venezuela?
Yeah, I was born there. I came when I was 11.
Who brought you?
My mom.
And how did you come?
My uncle was here already, and then we just flew. We flew. We were coming for a trip. We were gonna go to the Disney World, I think. We were going to one of those parks, and it was a vacation. It was like a winter vacation, and it was literally right when Chavez had taken over, I think. And my uncle told my mom, "Look, stay here. You gotta stay here. You gotta leave the kids here." To this day, I'm freaking grateful that happened. And yeah, we stayed. And then my mom filed for whatever, and we became citizens.
Tell me some of the complexities of that. So what about your dad? Does he get pissed? Does he call your mom and be like, hey, what the fuck are you doing? Get back home.
Yeah, so it's a little complicated because my dad was raised in that side. So he was a Chavez supporter and all that stuff, and the government needs to help you and give you all this shit. With the government's only giving them like $100 a week, you know what I mean? And that's it. And I'm a believer of you earn your shit, you work for your stuff, you make what your life, you make it what it is. I don't need the government for anything. So when
people who can't dream love socialism, by the way.
Yeah.
I can remember being a 17-year-old boy thinking how cool it would be to get $3,000 a month from the government, and that I could just do that the rest of my life and smoke cigarettes and draw pictures in my bedroom. I seriously dream. I had no dreams. I had no goals. I had no aspirations. I had nothing.
Yep. Yeah, exactly. So then when that before that, my dad was never in the picture. Even when we were in Venezuela, I saw him a lot when I was in around six and seven, and then after that, he always blamed my mom for moving to another city to be better, right? She was looking for work, better jobs, better opportunity for their kids. So
did you have siblings? Did you have siblings?
Yeah, I have 2 sisters.
Okay. Older, younger?
Younger. Yep. So then we moved a lot, and then he always blamed my mom for not being part of our life, right? And then he
which fits perfect, right? Blame someone else.
Yeah,
it fits
exactly.
Perfect. Okay.
Exactly. Like if you want to be part of our life, you move too. That's it.
Right.
Just,
right.
Yeah, so we did that, and he obviously had issues, and over there the government, anything they say about the United States in schools everywhere is bad. Like we're like kind of like it's a regimen in the United States. Everything's bad. There's no freedom. So everything, like I didn't know nothing. Like when I came here, I was like, holy shit, this is all bullshit.
Yeah.
And and then we just stayed. We stayed here and built our life here. I'm grateful for that.
So when you came on your trip to Disney World, it was you, your mom, your two sisters. Do you think that story you telling me is the truth? Do you think that maybe your mom already knew you weren't going to go back and she just didn't tell you because she didn't want to scare you?
No, because we came literally. I came here with like a backpack,
Okay, so you left all your. Did you have a bedroom back there?
everything. We
So all your
left
toys and shit got left over there.
everything got left behind. Everything. Even my mom had to go back and grab all of our documents and birth, like everything, and then she came back.
Did that
So
scare you when she went back? Like, oh shit,
uh,
what if she doesn't come back?
no, I don't think so. I mean, maybe because I was too young.
Because
But
it is
no,
scary. She could have got stuck there.
yeah, she could have. Yeah, she could have got stuck there. But I guess when you're a kid like that, you never think of it. You know, she just went on the plane and coming back in a couple. She came back like 30 days later. So yeah, we just stay here. We started school. Normal life. Like it was happening in Venezuela. I was moving a lot, so it's kind of like okay, we moved again, and now we're here.
What do you speak Portuguese or Spanish in Venezuela?
Spanish.
Spanish.
Mhm.
And when you came to the United States at 11, how was your English? Did you speak English?
Zero.
How about your sisters?
Zero.
How about your mom?
None. My mom still to this day can manage, but down here it's super easy. Like in South Florida, r- right now in South Florida, is so big with Spanish speaking people that a lot of schools literally just teaching Spanish. Um, I don't think it's right. I think you should learn both languages. But yeah, back then it wasn't as bad as now. But I was fine. Where the place that I moved to, there weren't a lot of Spanish speaking people, so it forced me to learn. I had to walk around with a little dictionary, whatever translator thing, so I can speak with friends and like go outside and play baseball, play football, play whatever. So it forced me to learn. Once I got to school, then I was like, holy crap, I can speak Spanish and be fine because a lot of Spanish people again. And it took me
How
like
old were you when that happened? Still at 11? Like you went
12,
to
12.
12.
Yeah.
God, that must have felt good to be
Yeah.
like, oh shit, there's other Spanish speakers here. Thank
Yeah,
God.
it
Yeah.
was cool. It was cool. But at one point, like my wife came from Canada only speaking French, right? And she learned English in 4 months because there was no one else that spoke French. Like zero.
What's your wife?
She's Canadian
She's Canadian. She's born and raised there. She doesn't have a.
in Quebec. Nope.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you guys meet?
In high school. We met in high school.
So these are Canadians who came to Hollywood, Florida.
Yep, her and her mom. We met in high school. When she came a little bit before me. She came when she was 7, I think. And then we met in high school in the 10th grade. I started the ROTC program in my high school. It's kind of like the Navy JROTC in high school. So it kind of like prepares you, like if you want to go there, right? So it's like you do all the ranking, supply officer, everything, like all that stuff. Me and my two best friends, we started it, and my wife enrolled in it. And one day she walks out the room, and I told my best friend, "I'm gonna marry that girl." I hadn't spoken a word to her.
Wow.
Nothing. And for 1 year, I try to pull her in, and she said no. The whole 10th grade says, as finally I said, "Fuck it." And in the summer of that year, she called me and she's like, "Oh, I broke up with my boyfriend, but I have another one." I'm like, "Nope, no, you don't." And yeah, it's been this since then, 2011. So 23 years.
Why? Congratulations. That's awesome.
Thank you.
Um, do you think? Well, do you think it's worth it staying in a relationship that long? Do you think there's value to it?
Yeah, I think so. I think it shows you, it shows commitment, discipline, consistency, all of that. Is Yeah, like it's good. I don't think it has any unless you want to be crazy and party all the time and do all that stuff. But, I never was that kind of person. Like we did that a little bit in high school, and that was it. Like it didn't interest me.
I struggle because I'm in a relationship that's 20 years long too, or over 20 years, and I can't think of anything better. Like for me, it's the crowning achievement of my life. It is like it's the greatest thing I've ever done. I cannot believe, and every day it gets better because there's added value to it. It still deepens and enriches. That being said, there's other people I see in relationships, and I'm like, man, one of you motherfuckers is crazy, and I don't know if you can fix crazy. And so if you're commit, I appreciate the discipline and all of that, but there's even a rusted barbell you have to throw away at some point, right? I mean, it's like,
of course. So I think dude, one thing I it's not that I regret or anything. It's just I was following the footsteps of their or her parents, right? Like, of even society, right? Graduate high school, go to college, get married, have kids, like
yep,
house, right?
Like we're all told to do. Yep, here in the United States.
And then, so I'm going through all that, and I'm like, dude, what is my purpose in life? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm being an autopilot for maybe 10 years of that, right? Of that life. And then I found CrossFit, and I found like mindset and all these different things, listening to Ben Bergeron, listening to all these great minds, Greg Glassman. And I was like, holy shit, the one thing I would have done differently was I would have built the empire that I want to build right now and then have my family, right? Like, I could have done it with her, would have been fine. But with the kids and everything, dude, like you're right. You have your kids, and that's all the time you give to, but your empire is already built.
Right.
I haven't. I'm still in the.
You're doing both at the same time. You're building your empire and trying to spend time with and 3 kids is a big family.
Yeah, and one always suffers, right? Like you're always gonna give one more to the other. So that's the one thing I would change. Other than that, I love it. It's been awesome. Like we're good, dude. We're a great couple. We love each other. We have good shit. Like everything is awesome. Yep.
Tell me about when you cross. Well, I'm going to go back to ROTC. ROTC, I would have never have joined that in high school or college. I would have been like, I'm not giving my life to that. I'd rather go to the store and drink or drive around at night with my friends and find girls. That seems already so mature. Why did you do that?
So I was doing a bunch of crazy shit, and my mom is like, dude, you're going to end up nowhere if you don't fix it, right? And I had tried out baseball, and I didn't make it. That was my sport that I liked. And these guys were working in uniform, and I was like, holy shit, they look cool. What are you guys doing? And then I asked, and then literally we were the first person they spoke to. It was us. Like, oh, we're building this thing. Do you want to come in? I'm like, fuck, what do we have to lose?
Did you hear your mom's voice at that time too? Say, hey, you're going to end up in jail?
Not really. I think, man, it's like, when I'm big into manifestation and things like that. And like when obviously my mom was the best for me. And I think it's just happened. Like, it's just, that was it. That was what I needed to hear. Whatever they said, they didn't like give me a big spiel, nothing. It was literally like destined. Like, and to this day, I didn't have the father figure in my life. And to this day, Commander and Chief Ramirez, to this day, that's who I am right now. Like,
those are the guys who ran the ROTC program there.
I learned so much from those two guys, man. And they shaped who I am today.
And how long did you do ROTC?
3 years. 3 years, because they started when on this second year of that school. That school was we went on the second year too when the school started. So I had ninth grade, they weren't there yet, and then on the 10th grade. So 10, 11, and 12. So 3 years of that.
Why didn't you ever join the Navy then after that?
I was gonna go to the military Marines. I wanted to do infantry, straight through it. And my now wife, back then girlfriend, she's like, nope, you're not gonna do that. If you do that, I'm not waiting for you here. And I don't know, maybe that saved my life too, because I'm
Right.
a crazy dude. Like I kind of like Dave Castro, right? Like Greg Glassman saves Dave Castro's life, right?
Right,
Like,
right.
Probably would have been one of those guys. Like I love straight up combat. No, just go straight to what we're there to do. Not play around being a mechanic or anything like that.
Fight for the Fittest, thank you very much, and thanks for the good conversation. This guy, Jeremy, he wants to ban Jeff from the live chat. The live chat's always crazy. What?
That guy Jeff still there?
Yeah,
It's
Jeff.
funny.
I divorced my rusty barbell. And then tell me, when did CrossFit first pop on your? Nope, I'm gonna save that still.
Yeah.
So you come here. Was there any chance you guys would be deported? Was it hard for your mom just to say, "Hey, me and my 3 kids are staying"?
Yeah. So she had to do a lot of. So she had to marry. She married an American, like a citizen, and that's how we were able to get our papers and stuff. But it took like a 2001, 2011. So 12 years it took for us to get our papers and stuff. But once we got it, it was really fast. Residence and then citizenship right away. But the process was super long. Before that, we had like permits. Like we were here legally, and we couldn't, obviously you can't mess up. If you do something bad, you're out. So you had to, behave, be good, be a contribution to society, not a burden, right? Like do good,
Right.
and help the country be better, not worse. So we did all that.
And you've always been in Florida.
Always, yes. Yeah, Tennessee was Tennessee for some reason has always been in my mind to retire there or whatever. And that's why we were gonna move there. Actually, Angelo the Chico was gonna be our realtor.
Oh wow!
Yeah, Angelo took me to he took me to everybody's house, Matt Frazier's house, his house, that house. I'm like, dude, I just want to live in the ranch. I don't want to live next to this guy.
Can I just set up a tent over there?
Yes. Yep.
Carlos, I was raised. It's so crazy how profoundly racist this is too. I was raised to that if you were if you were a Mexican, a Venezuelan, a Brazilian, a black person, and you lived in the United States, that you basically had to be a Democrat. Like that was the rule. That I wasn't raised that way, like by my parents per se. That was the message coming into the Bay Area. The Bay Area being San Francisco, San Jose, Oakland. Like that's the way it was.
Yeah.
You had to do that, and you had to maintain the victim mindset. You had to maintain the narrative that people hated you because of your skin color. You had to maintain the mindset that you were field workers, that you were cleaners. You had to maintain the mindset that someone was keeping you down. I mean, it was all there. And their quick automatic response was, well, if you don't maintain it, you're ignoring the 200 years of oppression. And it's like, finally I woke up and I'm like, no, it's actually you who's maintaining the memory of the 200 years of oppression, and you're insisting that it continues. Did you ever did you feel coming here as a Venezuelan that you needed to politically be on one side of that? Like, did you feel that message too? Like, hey, these people are trying to keep you down, get on this camp?
Well, it's kind of like my mom and my dad's thing, right? Like that's who they like. the rich are here, then they're here because they're bad people and they
Right.
do something bad. That's how they get
Right.
money.
Right.
And dude, it took me a long time to become who I am again by listening to you. Literally, like I learned more.
Well, I didn't know this shit at 38 either. So fuck,
Dude,
man. You're ahead of me.
I learned more in the past year of this pandemic listening to podcasts and like understanding like holy shit, this is all a lie. It's just all there so that these people are trying to get, the Democrats are trying to get that, brainwash those people to think that so that they can get their votes, and then whatever the other party is just doing
Yeah,
their
so
best
they can
to-
get their votes.
yeah,
Their
so-
votes and their boats.
Yeah, so then it's like, so I'm like, dude, how in the world? So
We'll never become rich if we hate the rich.
yes, and
It's
that
so obvious now. It's
that
like,
right
oh
there.
shit,
So-
I get it.
one day you said it best. It was, God will never give you something you resent.
Right.
And that right there stuck to me. I was like, holy shit, there it is. And
Someone drives by in a Lamborghini, and what you should do is you should give them the thumbs up.
hell yeah.
You should be like, dude, nice car.
Yep.
You should show the humility, the appreciation, the artwork, the craft, the hard work. You know that guy didn't get that shit
Dude, I
without
have
working his ass
something
off, right?
Man,
Yeah.
I
You
have
see a guy with a
something-
brand new Corvette, you walk over to him and you go, sir, that is a beautiful car. Congratulations. You must be a hard worker.
Yep, I have something here. I learned from the book called holy shit, I cannot think of the name right now. Whatever. Listen to this part.
Okay, wait, hold on. Caleb, what book is he talking about?
It's coming. It's gonna come.
Caleb's like, how the fuck would I know?
It's coming, Kelly. I'm gonna say it. So I will succeed by attracting the right people, eliminate hate, jealousy, and envy, and develop love for all humans. A negative attitude towards others will never give me success. Every morning I read that. Think and grow rich. That's the
Think
name
and
of the
Grow
book.
Rich.
Yeah.
Isn't it amazing too? So the people, when you read the book, and these people at the top too, I know oh yeah, Napoleon Hill. Yep.
Yeah.
I haven't read anything by Napoleon Hill, but I hear so much good stuff.
It's good. You should read that one. It's a cool book because it makes you go back to it and read it again and rethink your life, and man, that book right there is will change a lot of lives.
Who turned you on to that book?
I don't know if it was Ben Bergeron or maybe I forgot. Yeah, maybe it was Ben Bergeron. When I would like ask him what books he would read, top 5 books or whatever, and he would always give me like 5 books to read. Yeah.
What does your wife and friends think about your kind of your evolution in thought?
I don't know. I know my friends, they I don't know why I don't see it, but they always tell me, man, Carlos, you're unique, you're special, dude. You're always trying to do better and love everyone and do all these things and change people's life. And at the gym, I mean, you can ask the coaches. Everything I do is for somebody else. I never do something for me. Something that Greg Glassman says as chase excellence, and then the money will come.
Yeah.
I do that with everything. Everything I chase and try to do the best of, and everything else will take care of itself. And that's how we kind of like go for it.
Are you in the gym? The gym actually it sustains you and your family.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
your wife works there too.
Yeah, Rich, she just got promoted to general manager. So yeah. Yeah.
Is it a hard life running the gym, running a business?
Yeah. It's definitely I wouldn't say a hard life, dude. It's my dream. I'm living my dream. I've been up for 8 hours already. I got up at 4 a.m. and went to go coach my 5 and 6. Love my people.
So you've already coached a couple classes this morning.
Yeah.
And then came back to do the podcast.
Yep. And then came back to the podcast 6 hours. Like it's been 6-7 hours. And I can't wait to get up tomorrow morning and do it again. But I love it. I love the drive. I love the challenges. Is that warrior mindset, right? We don't want there's the victim mindset, persistent, optimistic, realist. The warrior mindset chases the shit, loves it, the challenges. It's gonna be a challenge. No business is easy. There's no do this and tomorrow you're gonna be rich. Zero. That doesn't work. That is you gotta put in the work, you gotta put in the hours, put in the effort, and change people's life. If you don't change people's life, especially in our business is not, we're not in the fitness business. CrossFit did that for us already. CrossFit made the greatest fitness methodology there is. Nothing better than that. We are in the relationship building business as gym owners. We need to change these people's life through CrossFit, but more than that, remember, we only have them for 1 hour. We need to change their life. What are they doing the other 23? How do we change their lives with that? And that's our job. That's how we're going to build a great community, change the world, change their lives, make them be a bad fucking individual that wants to like kick ass into their 90s. That's our job.
And so you're the sole business owner now?
Not yet. So I still have some partners right now. So when I opened the gym, the second gym, one of the members gave us some money to like make it happen. So we made
That's nice.
Yeah, we made it nice. So he's a part there. It's a partnership. They're part owners. There's another business that they have. But I'm hopefully in January we're gonna end up. I'm gonna be the sole owner. I'm gonna buy them out, and then I'll be the sole owner of the gym.
Oh, is this your wife in the comments, Natalie?
Yes.
Oh,
I can see the comments. That's her right there.
You have 2 locations?
No.
Second gym. Oh, second. Okay.
Yeah, second year.
Carlos, how did CrossFit pop up on your radar? What was your when you first saw it, noticed it?
It was my wife. So my wife was, after having the second baby, Emily, she was like 175 pounds. And she's like, dude, I got to do something. And I used to do mountain biking. So I'm like, I know there's no mountains in Florida, but we did it. We built some trails and we did it.
Right.
So that was what I was doing. And then I tried getting her into that. She's like, nope, I'm not doing this. I'm going to die. All right. One of her friends came to the house and she lost a lot of weight. And she's like, hey, what are you doing? I'm doing CrossFit. I'm like, all right, cool. Go try it out. She went to go try it out. Tried out her first class. She comes back to the car. I stayed in the car waiting for her.
Hey, I have a question.
Yeah.
Her friend who came over and lost weight, what was she? What was her background? What was her ethnic background?
American.
Okay.
Yeah. She was American. She was from here. She loses the weight. She comes back and then she says, yeah, I like it. I think I'm going to do it. The whole ride there, I was telling her, you're going to hate it. You're not going to like it. And I think that got into her head and she's like, I'm going to prove you wrong, which I thank God that happened. And she goes, but it's expensive. It's $180. I got out of the car, gave the $180 to the dude, and get on it. I told her.
Did you take the class too, or did you just go back in the car?
I stayed watching her for 3 months.
Oh, you would go there and just sit down and watch her work out.
Sit down and watch her work out holding our baby. And
you really do love your wife. Holy shit. I like doing that too. Isn't that fun watching your wife work out?
Yeah, I was like, this
cool shit.
She's gonna prove me wrong. She's gonna like this thing, and she got hooked. Then I'm like, all right, I can't do mountain biking and this. Like, it's too much time. We don't have enough time, so let me try this. So I tried the free class.
Meaning not you weren't even working out. You didn't have the time to drive her and mount. You're like, hey, this is taking an extra 2 hours a week. I need to spend my time better.
Yeah.
And so you okay.
Yeah. So I wasn't doing anything. And then, mind you, I used to do 12 hours mountain bike race, 24 hours mountain bike race, all by myself. I'm in shape. I can do this. They put me through the free class, whatever, bear claws, mat ball cleans, sit-ups, push-ups, stupid shit. I threw up everywhere. I was like,
Wow.
oh, hell no, I'm doing this. So then I came in and did it. And literally 3 months later, they asked us to be part owners of the gym.
How much later?
3 to 5 months later. I can't remember exactly.
Had you even taken your L1 at that point?
No, I didn't. Oh, I got a good L1 story. So what I did, somebody introduced me to Ben Bergeron, and I went to go take his seminar. When I took his Chasing Excellence seminar, that dude didn't. I went there to become a gym owner, and I came out a better man. That guy changed my life, right? Like, he's very good at changing people's life. That's what we're here for. And I came back a better man, a better father, a better husband, and I was like, I gotta pay it back. I gotta do good. I gotta do what this guy did to me. I gotta do it to other people. So I started coaching without my level 1, like shadowing people. And then I finally go to do my level 1, and everyone at the gym is like, dude, you're gonna pass it. You don't need to study. You're fucking amazing. You got this. I go do the level 1, and I'm a bad test taker. Horrible. And I failed this test. Best thing that happened to me. Best thing that happened to me, dude. I get this shirt from the level 1, because you get that shirt that says the pyramid in the back, whatever, and I put it in the middle of my drawer where I get all my shirts, and I put it in my head. You're not gonna wear that shirt until you earn it and pass that test. I went to the journal and, dude, read that journal from the beginning days to the end days.
Wow.
Back to back to back to back. I became such a better coach because of that, and a better person. Again, you learn more than just coaching. And that was it. That, for me, that was the best thing. Failing that test made me the coach that I am right now, and that I strive people to be, It's cool. It was a cool thing.
And when you're doing this is when you're doing the sheetrocking. You're doing the wall.
Yeah,
work.
I'm still big. Back then I was still doing that. Yeah.
And did you have your own business, or did you work for someone?
I had first. I was working with my wife's dad. Yeah, that's the day I passed the test. First, I was working with my wife's dad. He had a huge company, and then he closed down in 2008 when the whole recession thing happened. And I told my wife, hey, do you mind if I open a company? I told her that, and he said, no, open it. So I ran a little, not too big, but a nice company for 3 years. I was the contractor, I guess, with her brother. So me and her brother did it together for like 3 years while he was going to nursing school.
And then they ask you. I wonder, doesn't that seem a little soon to ask someone to be a part owner of the gym? You've only been there 3 to 5 months.
So they saw the passion, I guess, and the drive that I had. So the moment I became a gym owner, I renovated the gym. It used to look like shit. So when CrossFit first started, bro, everything rusted, everything everywhere. Who the fuck cares, right? But obviously by now, 2014, that doesn't happen anymore. Now you're competing against Soul Cycle, Orange Theory, all these other gyms that look badass, and they're charging the same price. What the fuck is going on? So I remodeled that place, made it amazing. It was dying. It was probably gonna close. It had like 40 members left. And when I became an owner, we brought it up to 120. And then we expanded. That's what it was. Yep. That's what it was before. Tiny little place, dude, 3,000 square feet. And then when we got to 120 members, we took down that wall and we made it double, 6,000 square feet. And still there. They're still there. Great people. It was just too many of us. I love them. I still talk to them. Whatever they need help, I help them. They're awesome people. We need more. We need more gyms.
So in October of 2020, that's when you opened your gym?
That's when I opened our gym. Yep.
And you call it what do you call it? Do you just call it Life? What do you guys call it?
We call it LYFE Athletics. We would love to have Life CrossFit, CrossFit LYF, but they just wouldn't give us the name. I'm working every day, as well, not every day, but like here and there, I send an email, try to get a change for them to give us the E.
And you
It'll happen.
when you open your new gym, Carlos, why did you make it a CrossFit gym? Why not? Why? And by that I mean, why pay the $3,000 a year to be an affiliate? Why did you continue down that path?
Okay, so for me, I think the $1,000 to take the level 1, the $3,000 to do the affiliation, the journal has more information in there. I think it's worth $1 million. Do you know what I mean?
Dude, it's the greatest piece curation of
everything.
of literature and videos and stuff to help humanity. If one thing survived the nuclear war, I hope it's the CrossFit Journal.
Dude, yes. One thing I want to do also is apologize. I listened to your podcast the other day of your live call-in show, where I was one of those guys that I'm out when Greg Glassman said that shit, because Ben Bergeron was out. So I'm out.
Right,
I was like, fuck. So I'm out, right? I'm literally, man, Ben Bergeron, to me, that guy, I'll run in front of a bus for this dude, right? Like that's how much he changed my life.
That's awesome, by the way. I respect that loyalty and what he recognizing what he gave you.
And then, but I was just lost. Like, dude, like, all this shit is happening. It was so crazy, right? Like right now, I realized that when on that Live Inc. show, the greatest thing someone can do for a human is give empowerment, right? You empower them to be better in life, to get educated, to do all this stuff. Greg Glassman put that out there for free. How are you gonna call that man a racist? Do you know what I mean? I was like, holy shit.
For free, when people told him in Silicon Valley he was a fucking idiot. Free. Yep.
For free, dude. And that's why, like, I will never stop paying the CrossFit thing. Like I think it's my dues. Like I hate people or other gyms when they okay, we're out, we're not gonna be a CrossFit gym anymore. You still have a whiteboard, you still have a clock, you're still doing what the definition of fitness is.
You ask those, what's crazy too is I stumbled upon that Instagram account that was a curation of all the haters, right? Yep. And it was someone who obviously hated Greg. But when I went through all of the posts, they actually couldn't articulate what Greg did. And that's when I realized I mean, I always knew, but I realized, wow, this is really bad. This is a witch hunt. By the way, I've never heard anyone apologize. You're the first person I've ever heard be like, hey, I fucked up. I shouldn't have done that.
Yeah.
And there were some people who said some fucking horrible shit, and some influential people. Yeah. You're the first person I've ever heard be like, yep, I fucked up. I shouldn't have. I'm not telling you what to do at all, but I bet you it would mean the world to him if you sent him an email and told him that.
No.
What do you think happened? Why do you think you think it was just people got overwhelmed with the George Floyd and the pandemic? And do you think that there was just like a mass psychosis, like we couldn't think clearly?
Dude, we were at that moment.
We held him like to some standard where he was like, he couldn't express himself. And so like,
yes, think about it. We were at the worst, right in the middle of the pandemic, right? We're all stuck inside. I wasn't. I mean, I was outside doing my shit. I didn't care about nothing. But most people were. And there's no way you think you have so much, and now you're thinking and then overthinking, and you forget who you are. You forget your background, your values, everything, and it just goes out the window. it was just the perfect storm, dude. Like they always say, like, people in business is, some of it is, you know, some of the thing is hard work, but a lot of it is luck, right? Like, at what time in the, when it happened, right? Like this, there's no way Greg was ever gonna sell the gym or nothing. It was just this unfortunate moment that
I know.
happened.
I can't believe he sold it. And I know some people have accused me of being. I've said plenty of harsh criticism towards Greg on this show.
Oh yes, you have
And,
plenty.
and so no one should think like I'm just like, I'm fucking pissed we got rid of the media team. I am disgusted at the fact that the journal is still hidden. I know who did that. I know that that was part of Greg's thing in 2018. I'm really disappointed at some things, but to I mean that's 1%. That's my frustration with working with him as a colleague in the business. The other 99%, it's like, thank God Greg fucking came along. Like, let's not throw the baby out with the bathwater. I would fucking go out with Greg any fucking time to go have lunch with him and love on him and hug him and fucking tell him what a great man he is. He
Dude,
changed my mom's life.
that's
That's really my only bias, and my sister's life and my wife's life and my kids' life.
dude, we're changing the world, man.
Yeah.
We're
Yeah.
literally doing it and doing it the right way. It's not, you know.
Have you seen any of your friends? Do you have any Venezuelan friends?
Yeah.
You do? Is there a Venezuelan community there?
Oh God, yeah, huge. Now, especially now that the when this last migration or whatever that just happened, there's two, literally maybe 30 minutes away from here, real close to my gym. There's Weston. They call it Westonzuela now because it's just all Venezuelans everywhere. And Pembroke Pines, right by my place, and then Doral. It's literally all. It's a little Venezuela. It's like
Is there camaraderie amongst those people? Like if the Armenians come, there's camaraderie, you know what I mean? Or the Brazilians like in Maine, or there's a camaraderie. They kind of stick together.
Yes, that's one thing. One thing about the Latin America culture is, I mean, dude, like when you have the teams playing each other, you see like the Colombians and Venezuelans or whatever in baseball, it is a family. Like everyone is united, everyone does everything together. So that's one thing. The passion for that, for the country and stuff, you'll see it. Like if you see it on like in the World Cup this year, you'll see how it is. Like it's super intense. And that's something that will never leave my heart. Like that I love and nourish forever. But yes, we're very like that. Yeah.
Do your kids speak Spanish?
No, because my wife and I, she's Canadian and Venezuelan, so she speaks French, I speak Spanish, so we don't really like speak it. I'll speak to them here and there, but not really. Like they'll understand it. Actually, my little one is taking Spanish in school so that she could speak it, normally. So like I practice with her, but no, not fluently, no.
What's the next plan? So actually, I want to go back to the payment. So basically, I've spoke about the affiliate payment as a tithing.
Yeah.
Like you would pay to the church.
Yeah.
And I feel like I hear that from you too. It's not what they're doing for you, it's what they've done for you.
Yes, it's all that they did. And I will say I would love for them to get out again, like you said, that media, putting down the media, it was one of the worst things that could have happened. Getting rid of Dave Castro, one of the worst things. Not doing the open like Dave was doing. Dude, like I got my gym literally last year without having Dave there and shit. To sign up to the open, we had 172 members, I think, at that point, and I got 167 signed up.
Wow.
Yeah.
How did you do that?
explaining what everything CrossFit has done for us. I literally explained it's not the open, it's not the workout. CrossFit has changed your life, and it will change your kid's life and forever. You're paying $20 to help support that.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah.
You go spend $20 on fucking McDonald's, which is gonna kill you. This is giving you life.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's it. That was it. People then, they had no argument, right? Like you again, you have the 5%, right? That they don't give a fuck it. But this, yeah, they love it. So I'm hoping this year we'll get that close again, and we can be one of the gyms that hosts one of the open workouts.
I wonder if there's any I've never heard of such numbers. I wonder if there's any gym that has that ratio besides you. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, there was another gym close to us in Kendall. We got together to do this, and I don't know, man. I think they got 240 members, and they were like 300 members, around 320. So
and they got 240 to sign up.
Yeah,
that's crazy too.
Yeah, they were above us. Yeah.
So you're running the gym now. You pay the affiliate fees, and when you see what's going on, do you pay attention to what's going on? Did you see that a couple days ago they released their chief marketing officer?
Yes, all through you. Obviously, I watch your show every day. I think
so. It's not anything you watch. It's not anything you're paying attention to, other than the fact that I just talk shit, and you're like, I'll go see what Sevan's talking shit about.
Yeah,
today.
yeah. Okay. No, I don't pay attention like that. I'm more the education part. So I'd rather CrossFit. Man, I don't.
So that's what you see. So do you get the email of the day from them?
Yeah, I get all that. Yeah, I get all that stuff, and I love it. I think more. I want CrossFit to be proud of who owns a gym. You know what I mean? Like right now, is anyone can go pay $3,000 daily level 1, and they get it.
Okay,
right?
I see what you're saying. We had another affiliate owner who said that you'd like to see, sorry if I'm putting words in your mouth, you'd like to see maybe, okay, let's require a level 2 in order to own a gym. You want to up the commitment of the gym owner.
Do you know how you're thinking, the way you think of a seminar staff, right?
Yeah.
You think of them as gods, and they're amazing.
Yep.
Imagine if every affiliate had one of those.
Right.
That's it. We would not have space in our little gyms. We will have to grow.
Right.
So
I'm
for that. I want to be a level 4. I want to become a red shirt. That's one of my goals. But maybe.
I agree with you. Let me tell you what's on the other side of that, and maybe we'll come up with some solution.
Yep.
God, they should fucking, dude, send me a fucking check for $1 million already, CrossFit. I agree with you. I mean, you described it perfect. How crazy would it be if every single that's how many people signed up for the open?
Yeah. So
but that's not relative to how many members they have also, which is kind of the fascinating part.
No, yeah. Right? So we were 71. Is this in the world, Caleb, or on the US?
Worldwide.
Worldwide, yeah.
So cool. If that other gym, if Chimney Rock CrossFit, I don't mean to pick on you, if they had 400 members, then 135 is expected. It's just crazy how few you had. I think we were trying to
go put it on the US real quick. I think the US, I forgot what we were in the US. That you see
I didn't even know there was a leaderboard like this. This is cool.
Yeah. It's super cool. And then
so Spain had a gym where 383 people signed up.
But that gym, I think that gym has like 1,000 members.
Wow.
That's a huge gym. It's kind of like Reykjavik. Yeah, 27 on the US. So see, we were trying to get, because the CrossFit does the announcement. That gym that did the announcement on the last day, the last week of the CrossFit Open, they had the most, and that's why they did the announcement there. So whoever has the most in the US signups, they get the announcement of the Open there.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah, like Vanderbilt. Yeah, they got 288, and I think they have like 600 members. That huge gym, 12,000 square feet.
What state is that? Is that Nevada? Where the hell
No,
is
no, that's Tennessee,
Oh.
Nashville, Tennessee. Yep, cool place.
So on one hand, you want it so that every gym has someone that everyone looks at and is like, oh my God, that person is just like amazing. Like we view the L1 seminar team.
Mm-hmm.
But what about this other element that was kind of the low barrier of entry that CrossFit has always had that has made it, I think the word that Greg liked to use or that he used in Every Second Counts was egalitarian, meaning it's open to everyone and accessible to everyone. And there is a nice element to that you could be illiterate and still be the greatest CrossFit coach that ever lived. You could not know how to read and write. There was it leveled the playing field of what genius could be, right?
Yep.
What about that? Do we lose anyone by forcing them? Does it come across as like, some people are going to say, I don't think this, but some people are going to say, hey, it's a money grab for CrossFit. Yeah, they're doing that in order to require another seminar. What could we do to keep the barrier of entry still down low? And fuck all the scholarship shit either too. Like, hey, if you're not willing to pay the $1,000 to get in, then you really don't want to be there. Like,
exactly.
I mean, we know affiliate owners who've slept in their car because they couldn't afford a hotel.
For sure. Yeah.
Like, so
definitely, and it's not a lot, dude. It's
right.
Not a lot. Again, that's another thing. Like those classes, I would have paid $10,000 to go to a level 1. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's not a lot. So I will say, still, obviously, get in the door, get in. Is more. Don't stay down there, right? Like the excuses of affiliate owners. Oh, my town is too small, dude. My town is big, but then I have 18 CrossFit gyms.
Is that true? In your area, you have 18 gyms?
At least. I mean, and then the gyms that are doing CrossFit, but they don't call CrossFit. Right. So, and it's always something, right? Like, it's never going to be good. But what makes us great is that service and changing lives. And like,
they couldn't say, Carlos, they couldn't, if they did this, hey, take the L1 to open your gym, and then every year you have to take another class. The reason why they can't say that, though, is because I think a shitload of people would just use that as an excuse to not pay their affiliate fees. Well, fuck you, I'm not going to do it.
That's true.
There has to be some sort of way, and I know that and I'm not hating on CrossFit for that at all. They have to run a business. They have to keep the money coming in.
Yeah.
It's interesting. How do you raise well, for starters, Carlos, and this is a pretty easy, cheap. Wow, man, that's nuts. It's a pretty easy, cheap shot to take at them, but they don't seem to put a premium on education. You can't even find the journal on the main site anymore.
Yeah, that has to come back. I know it's coming back. I mean, it has to.
It has to, right? Not only does it have to come back, they can charge for it. 95% of the shit in there is for free. Just charge $50 a year for people who want to, like, it's nuts.
Easy. Yeah, man, people will pay it. It's if you don't pay it, it's because you don't care.
Right. And then who cares? Yeah.
Yeah. Exactly.
It is nuts.
Yeah.
People, sorry to Chris Cooper, but people, you over at CrossFit, just hire Mike Workington. Give him $200,000 a year, bring him to the United States, and pay him to run the CrossFit Journal.
Even Chris, all those guys should be part of CrossFit. Right.
Did you ever use any of those services? You use Ben Bergeron.
Yeah, I use Ben Bergeron, a little bit of Chris Cooper. Actually, Chris Cooper denied us because he knew, like, we had too many owners on the other gym. So you get chosen to be part of his thing.
Wow.
You don't just pay for his services and that's it. So
that's interesting. So he's like, hey, I don't know if we can help you. You have too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yes. Yep.
Wow. Brilliant.
Basically,
wow.
Yeah. So he's like, he actually told me, like, if
that's respectable.
Yeah. He told me, if you ever need a job, call me. I'll find you a full-time, $100,000 a year paying job, because you're good. But
He's great, isn't he? He's something
Amazing.
else.
Amazing. Those guys are awesome. And again, they're empowering people. All their stuff is out there for free. You don't have to really buy his book, buy his 2 books, and follow everything he says to the T, and you'll have a successful business. You don't have to do a side hustle. You don't have to do any of that. You just got to work hard, man. Work hard every day. I work 14, 15 hours days. But it's not, I don't feel like I'm working. I'm living my life.
It's your life.
Yep.
And by the way, Carlos says, go out and buy the books. You should know that there were years where he just gave the books away free.
Free.
Yeah, it was crazy.
Same.
It was
like Greg gave everything for free. And everything's crazy.
And the books aren't a sales pitch. There's like real. I had him on the show, and the amount of useful information he gives you is nuts.
You can listen to. So I paid for Ben Bergeron. You can pay him, and you go to his gym for a weekend, right? And I go there, and I tell him, he's telling me everything. I listen to every single one of his podcasts, and it's all there. Everything he's telling me on this thing is all there. So at the end of the class, he asks everyone. You know who was there too? Madero's coach.
Oh, Adam Knifer.
Adam Knifer was there with me. Yep. We were both there. And because Adam had just finished competing, that was his last year, so he wanted to make the gym legit, right? And he goes around all of us, and I'm the last person. And he goes, Ben, to tell you the truth, nothing. I didn't learn anything because you gave everything for free on your podcast. But one thing that I never gonna not learn from you is the way you make me a better man and a better person and all of this. And right then and then, Heather, him, and Catherine was there too. The next day they're like, hey Carlos, if you ever want to come and work for us, you have a job here.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, I was like, holy crap, that's crazy. So it was cool, but too cold up there. That's what my wife said, it's too cold. But yeah, that's that kind of like that kind of change in life. That's what we want to make and create and empower people to do something that they're afraid of and that they never thought possible, and go for it and do it. Have no excuses.
Have any of your Carlos is inspiring me to open an affiliate here. Has anyone have any of your members gone on to open an affiliate?
We had 2 guys. They didn't open an actual affiliate though. They was more of like a little HIIT training place, tiny little gym. Awesome. Willie and Chris, I love them. They went up there and they did their own thing. Other than that, no, people just want to coach, man. They want to coach and learn from me and stuff.
Do you think they want to coach for the same reason that people want to spread the gospel, the word of Jesus? Someone's down in the dumps. They're addicted to drugs. Jesus fucking talks to them. They see a burning bush or some shit. Next thing you know, they get off the drugs and they're like, holy shit, I can't fucking believe God's real. And then they have to tell every Tom, Dick, and Harry for the next 5 years about God. It's exactly it, right?
Yeah, and that's what I want them to be, right? Like before.
Did that happen to your wife? Did your wife just lose her mind when she started doing CrossFit? Was she just like?
Yeah. She will tell everybody.
She went fucking nuts.
And that's what we do with our members. We never spend any money. You never want to spend money on advertisement. Zero. Your advertisement is your members. How many members you have is how many lives have you changed. If you don't change your members' life, they're not going to tell anyone else. So you're not going to double that. So if I have 40 members when I started, I might go, okay, I got to have 80 in 2 months. What am I going to do with 40 people that is going to have them talk about us so much? And then when we got to 80, all right, now we need to get to 160. What are we going to do with these 80 people that is going to get them to talk so much about us? And do this. All it is walking in. Every time I walk in, the first thing in my head is, how am I going to make them better today?
Because they're going to tell someone.
Yep.
Dude, you got to come to LYFE Athletics with me. How
Yep.
come? Dude, the guy who owns the place is so cool. The people there are so nice. I leave there feeling so good.
Yeah.
You know, the other day, my car I got a flat and someone gave me a ride to my job. And then when I came back, one of the other employees had fixed my tire. You can't
Dude,
even fucking believe this
yeah,
place.
we have a member that does that. We had a member that the dealership was going to charge her $400 to fix this thing. I went inside, grabbed my tools, put it in there, boom, done. She's like, "Holy shit, you just saved me $400." I'm like, "Yeah, man, go ahead, keep going."
You have to see how many cute guys are in this gym. It's nuts. And they all have jobs and they're all cool as shit. Really?
Everyone.
Really, Sally? Oh,
Yeah.
dude, there's at least 3 guys that are single. You gotta come.
Everyone
Wear your tightest Lululemons you can. Come.
everyone that comes in is, I couldn't get so and so to stop talking about you. I had to see the shit.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Remember, and then that's it. It's just a steady growth, right? Like you want to have like all the numbers and all this stuff. Obviously, you don't want to have gain more members than you lose. But if you do it right and you take care of people, to this day, our first year we will have every month we have 10 new members. This year, obviously, we're getting bigger, so we kind of like you raise the prices, make it a little bit harder to get into. It's five members every month, and next year is gonna be the same, 5 more members, and till you outgrow the place and you get something bigger, and you just keep going and going and going and changing lives. I want to have a school. I want to build a school in the gym the next gym that I build. I mean, we want to do great things.
What's the biggest I don't want to say mistake. What are there any lessons that scream out to you if you were to talk to Carlos, the new gym owner? Are you glad you started with partners? Do you wish you wouldn't have? Do you like Florida? Would you rather? What about anything that's just like, man, this is what I wish someone would have told me?
Yeah, the partners thing. So that for sure is the biggest. I mean, Chris Cooper didn't take us because we had too many partners, right? Like that should be a sign, right? So and his whole thing was, even Ben Bergeron, he said it's not, if you have a line, let's say this is your top, right? Like your greatness. You have 5 people like this trying to get to it, but they're going all up, all have great ideas, but it's just taking longer because it's 5 of you sticking differently to one thing. Now you have all these 4 coming to one, right? Becomes boom, you get to it way faster. I grew our gym right now. Our gym right now is 200 and we have like 285, but a lot of those are class passes and stuff. So let's say like 230 of those are like memberships always, right? It took me 6 years to make that happen at the at the other gym. It's been 2 here, right? So that's the difference on having partners. It's not that one is a bad apple and it's just when you have too many good ideas, it takes longer. When you have one person running the thing, everything happens a lot faster. And that's all it is.
It's like when they built, it reminds me of when they built the railroads in the United States. A team started on the East Coast and a team started on the West Coast, and they missed each other.
Yeah.
They fucking didn't.
Yeah.
And because they weren't on the same team. They were 2 different companies. They were two different ideas.
Yeah, but that's it. That's pretty much it. Everything else is learning, dude. You're gonna learn. Take every lesson as a learning experience. Failure, nothing is bad. Everything is good. Don't be a victim and be like, oh, this is happening to me again. Oh, I lost some members. This sucks. No, it's all a learning experience. Take it all as a learning experience. Move on, see what happens, and go on the next day. The only other advice I will give is perform the common uncommonly well. That's what Greg Glassman said about movement. The same thing goes to when you walk through those doors. Do the common uncommonly well, right? Say hi to everyone, hug everybody, give everybody a compliment, teach them something new, have really good toilet paper at the gym, not the shitty one. Clean the bathrooms all the time. Keep your equipment up to maintenance. Something breaks, change it. Do that every day, day in and day out, and that's it. You don't have to invent the next fucking movement. You don't have to invent. CrossFit does that. You let them CrossFit do the thing. You just do the common and commonly well, and that's it. And everything.
Is your gym humid?
Yeah. All down here is humid.
What bikes do you use? The assault bike or the echo bike?
Echo bike. The assault bikes again down here because of the humidity. Man, is really hard to make. Like I kept them up, but like other gyms, you'll see them and they're falling apart because
do you have a Stairmaster?
No. I have an assault runner.
Dear Bill.
Yep.
Dearest Bill Henniger. Okay,
I want to say something about Bill and Katie.
Please.
So when I opened the gym, it was all like this, like 3 months, right? Fast. And I sent them an email with the order, and they're like, listen, it's going to take us to February, January, something like that to get it to you.
Because the pandemic, they couldn't keep shit on the shelves. So people were buying shit for their houses, right?
I'm like, guys, my due date is like October 1st, and this was like September 15, something like that. And nothing.
So you wanted the equipment in October, and they were telling you it would come in November, December, January, February, 4 or 5 months later, and you're like, dude, I can't. I'm trying to run a business.
Yeah, it's not gonna work, right? So then I went.
So Katie came to your gym and beat your ass.
Nope. I was talking to the regular rep, right? Like the regular reps, and they just couldn't do anything. I go on Instagram and I find Katie. And I send her.
You're gonna fuck Katie's shit up now. Her Instagram is gonna blow up.
I know, but I have to give her this. I sent her a text and I tell her a whole story, how it happened. She's like, I got you. That was it. That was the response. Nothing else. It wasn't a date, nothing. Dude, 2 weeks later, big ass fucking truck is in the back of the gym. Unload. I was like, mind blown, dude. Mind blown. And then I always see her working again, right? Like she knows everybody's name in her company. She works all the events, dude, like crazy. And man, for her to like literally, she had to have put a stop and did everything like, okay, we're gonna take care of this guy, and that's it. And dude, 2 weeks, my shit was there the week after I opened. Bam, put it together. I want to say thank you. Love him.
Hey, you know what I heard? I heard that the stuff they gave you was her own personal equipment from her house.
Hey,
no, I just made that shit up.
Whatever it was, dude, I couldn't care less, man. But all came in boxes, all came packed up. You know, we had to put it all together. And now I will never use any other equipment company other than Rogue. I don't care who comes and, you know, gives me their shit half off. I don't care.
Yeah, they're good people.
That's awesome.
They're such great people.
Yeah.
What have you ever had a rope break on you?
Never.
Okay.
No, those things don't break. Maybe the monitor one time at another gym, the monitors but the first bikes that came out, those were like the monitors were a little bit off. But I got the second generation. These things are like, dude, nothing. Just wipe them down and keep going.
The Echo bikes, yeah. I've never. I mean, every time someone, I ride an assault bike, but every time someone tells me, they're like, "Hey, dude, the Echo bike is like." People love the Echo bike. Everyone always says to me it's better.
For the way you ride it, like you ride your bike listening to podcasts and stuff, the assault bike is better for you. Like, because the Echo bike,
I want to try. I want both. Do you think that's great? Can I have both?
No, you can.
Why can't I just put both in my garage? A Stairmaster.
For sure. Just the freaking bike. The bike is huge. It's kind of like the size of a GHD. Like it's so
yeah.
But whatever, like, yeah, you can have both, but it's more like we love it. We do Rich Fronin's programming, the Mayhem program for affiliates, and man,
why do you do that? Why do you do that? I'm surprised you do that. I'm surprised you're not doing your own programming. Why do you do Mayhem?
Oh, dude. Okay, so
do you have time? Do you have to? Are you good?
Yeah. No, I'm good.
Okay.
The reason I do that is, again, remember what I told you. We're in the business of building relationships. No, we're not in the business of fitness. I can follow Rich Browning's programming. I could follow Come Train. I could follow the CrossFit, programming. You had to spend every hour that you have free building a relationship with your customers so you can earn their trust, and then you have them hooked for life. If not, they're going to go somewhere else. That's just how it is, right? You have to change their life. So if I'm spending, I don't know, man, like, I mean, the programming that Rich Froning does is amazing. I bet you they spend a week building it, right? Every week. If I'm doing that, then I'm not doing the other thing, right?
And the other thing is taking care of your own personal health, reading books on how to engage people better, being more present for your clients because you're not thinking about something else.
Yep.
Leveraging the fact you probably also, at least this is the kind of stuff I do, you probably tell yourself, hey, I'm spending all this money on the Mayhem programming. I better make sure I do my job and be present in engaging my clients, all that shit.
Yep.
It's interesting. I've never heard that explained like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's like when the first computer I ever bought, I was homeless when I bought it, but it was I had saved every fucking penny, and I even bought a car to plug it into the cigarette lighter so I could do my first editing. Mm-hmm. And I remember thinking, I have to learn this because it was so expensive. I have to. Yeah. And after 2 weeks of failing every day, like not being able to figure out how to edit, I finally figured it out, and I was like, oh. And I guess you can leverage that. I'm paying for the Mayhem programming. I better make the place that delivers it the best place ever.
And it's not like the Mayhem programming it's like $89. It's not, you know what I mean? It's not like you're paying 7,000 or what. Again, that's something else that's worth that much money. Like,
easy there, Caleb. Easy. I'm not that old. Easy there, buddy.
Holy shit.
Easy. Awesome. 1964.
I love Caleb.
What's the most touching story out of your gym? That in terms of, like, let's leave it on the success side. I'm not talking about the guy who got hit by a car in front of your gym, but what's the most that you're so proud of? Like, you go to bed at night and you're like, yeah, I worked with that person.
Bro, there's a bunch, but I'm gonna tell you one. There was Chris. This guy Chris, he loved Universal Studios, all the rides there and stuff, all that. And dude, this guy was huge, right? Big. I'm gonna tell you two stories, but this one's first. And then he comes to us and is like, dude, my family is planning a trip to Universal, but I don't want to go. I'm like, why? What's up? Like, dude, I don't fit in any of the rides. I'm like, what the fuck do you mean? Like, I'm too big. I was like, holy shit. You know, he was like 300 pounds. And man, I remember this kid passed out in the warm-up. Okay, passed out in the warm-up when I first saw him. And I said, Chris, we're going to work hard, and let's work hard with me for this next 6 months, and then you'll be able to get into some rides. Let's do this.
For 6 months, you said?
Yep. Yeah. And dude, we went, this kid lost 96 pounds, I think it was, when he went to the when he finally got and went there. Obviously couldn't get in all of the rides, but he got in most of them. He's like, holy shit, Carlos.
So he was a 400 pounder. You got down to 300 pounds?
No, he was 300 and went to 2 yeah.
Okay.
Like, yeah. 208 or something like that. Yeah, and then he got on these rides, and yeah, then he can just keep working on it. What that meant for him was the world. Like, he always had to be the one waiting at the bottom for everybody to ride the rides.
That's awesome.
Yeah, this time he got. Yeah, and then there's this other guy, Gio, that came into our gym. Dude, like, no job. He has something in his head. I forgot what it was, but like always headache. So he had to be on medication for pain medication and all this stuff. And Now he just competed on his first ollie lifting competition. 200, 203, I think he went in there. And he was again like 300 and something pounds, 203. And
What's he say to you when he comes in and he doesn't have a job? And he can't, that means he can't afford the gym, right?
yeah, he couldn't afford it. I mean, he was on that disability and stuff from the government because you get that, but we make it work, man. I was like, listen, I tell people, show me your bank account. Show me your bank account. I'm gonna find $140, $150 there that you can use towards this. And this is gonna be the best $150 you're gonna spend. Show me your bank account and I'll show you. And it's usually shit. Like they go out, they don't even notice. They go out to fast food restaurant here and there and there and then. In a month, it's like $200-$300. It's like you can afford it. You just gotta change some habits. And yeah, now he has a full-time job. Um, he helped me do the whole entire gym. Um, Bro, I love that guy to death. It's Gio, that's my dude. But those life, changing people's life again. Like he's gonna be live a long life and be able to see his kids grow and everything. So you just don't see it right away. You gotta know that what we're doing is worth a lifetime. So when we're all fucking 80 and 90 kicking ass, that's when we're gonna be like, oh, that's what we did all this for. Right?
And can you imagine too? My wife and I talk about this often. If we wouldn't have found Greg Glassman's CrossFit, what would we be doing to work out? Like, can you imagine if your wife hadn't have shown you CrossFit, you'd be still panicking every day to get out on your mountain bike.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with mountain biking. It's great. Everyone should fucking do it. Everyone should have a bike. Everyone should be capable on a bike. But for that to be your core method, or running to be your core method of working out, it's nuts.
It's nuts. Yeah, because it's crazy how
nuts.
When I stopped biking and I started doing CrossFit, and then when I went back to I do it here and there to go have fun with my friends, and I'm better. I'm better at biking than I was before CrossFit. So I was like, holy shit, like this transferred to everything. So yeah, it's pretty crazy.
I'm looking for something right now. See if I can find it.
Look for it.
Do you think you would ever do you think you'd ever open a second gym?
No. I want to do, like I told you, that the compound, have everything in one spot. Have a pool, have a track, have the gym, have doctors at the gym, have a restaurant in there that does the right nutrition, living for the elite athletes that want to come and compete there. My dream place is literally the CrossFit Games floor layout and the outfield. I have that at my facility. Like I'm gonna have Bill and Kate build me that in my place. That's the goal. That's the dream. That's the vision.
You think that'll be in Hollywood, Florida?
Probably a little bit more west and north of this, but yeah, close to it. 40 minutes. I want to be the first one to do it so that it goes and everyone else does it. This is at the new CrossFit. This is how it is.
How many members do you need for that to happen? Do you know?
We need to do it. Like it just needs to happen. Yeah, like I'm saying,
the question doesn't even make sense.
No, yeah, if we have our members right now, right, by the time our list is done, we're probably gonna have 350 members, 400 members, close to, right?
Yeah.
With that, I can start that. Yeah. That's, again, everyone is gonna want to come. This guy did something like that in the bodybuilding world. Alpha Elite or Alpha Athlete, something like that. It's in Texas, and he had a 12,000 square foot gym, and then found this crazy 18 acres freaking thing, and he's doing it. And it's like, why can't you do that?
Is that the YouTube guy?
Yeah, yeah.
Is it Elliot? Is it Elliot?
I don't know his name. That's yep.
Oh, Alpha. Oh, this guy.
Yep. Yep. This dude, man, and he did it, and is in the first, he was the same. And look, it's a huge compound.
Alpha Land.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we're gonna make the life compound, something like that, some crazy shit. Yeah, huge. I mean,
what was that place?
It was an office building, I think it was.
Okay.
And he got it. He at first he was gonna do like build around it, and then he just said, "No, fuck it, let's just do it how we want it to be." And he got it all out. Look at his YouTube video, and then maybe have him on the podcast. He's a cool dude.
Yeah. Caleb, can you send me that? Carlos, I really appreciate your time, dude. You're cooler than I even imagined.
I appreciate you, sir. You keep doing what you're doing. All of you guys, Matt, Caleb, thank you for your service, brother. Yeah, man, every single one of you guys are awesome. Keep doing what you're doing. And again, we're changing the world. We're doing good things here. And at the affiliates, guys, keep grinding, and keep pushing. And again, do the common and commonly well. That's it. So the advice I have. Anything you guys need, call me, hit me up. I'll help you. We gotta help each other.
Carlos, how do you pronounce your last name?
Mejias.
Carlos Mejias.
Thanks, Bruce. Anytime, brother. Bring it in.
LYFE Athletics.
Yep.
All right, dude. You the man. Thank you,
brother. Thank you.
And I'm sure this won't be the last time we talk.
Oh no, it won't. We gotta get together with the kids soon.
Awesome. All right.
All right, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Easy peasy.
What a happy guy.
I'm starting to see the days that I do the affiliate interviews is kind of like my days off. They're so fucking easy.
Yeah.
They're so
super chill.
Easy. Oh my God.
There's so many stories to tell. It's awesome.
Love these affiliate podcasts. So great getting to know these owners, changing people's lives. Miss Pugface, love this podcast. Oh, I connected with this lady the other day on Instagram. I finally figured out who it is. Like I got to put a face to it besides the pug face. One of the best interviews on the podcast, Motivated. Yeah, that dude's cool as shit, huh? Jeffrey, hi. I was just invited to a party on October 7th. I'm pretty excited. At Greg's house. He just sent me. That's why I was seeing if I could lure Greg on. I was like, hey, there's an affiliate on that really loves you. And I sent him a link to the show. I thought maybe he might jump on. Oh shit. Wow.
Jeff, why did you not remind me of my wife's birthday next week if you're going to remind me of the Air Force birthday? You need to know these things.
Oh shit. Did that really happen?
Yeah, Jeff reminded me of the Air Force birthday yesterday.
Oh, but you forgot your wife's birthday?
Fucking right, I did.
That's awesome. That makes me feel better because that's the kind of shit I would do.
I have a calendar and I don't even look at it, apparently.
And how does she react? Is she cool as shit with that?
She doesn't care.
Yeah.
She's cool with it. She almost forgot too, so it's fine.
Him calling to you to remind you that you got old as shit.
Yeah, right. She goes, why do I not have any packages? I don't know. It's like a weird thing.
Have you looked to see who's fighting this weekend?
Yeah, it's weird.
Will you get to watch that over there?
Yeah, I'll be able to find a way to watch it, I think.
Legally, like someone there will buy the pay-per-view.
I don't know about that.
Just some big government satellite just sucks it down off of wherever the fuck it is. We take this.
It's like, this is ours now.
Yeah. Oh my God, it's gonna be so crazy. I don't know if Darian's gonna make the show this week because he fights on Saturday and the show's on Friday morning.
Shit. That's so right.
It would be crazy.
If he does, I think he said if he feels fine, he'll get on, but I wouldn't be too sure that he's going to hop on there. It's got a crazy weight cut.
Oh shit, my kids went to skateboarding without me this morning. It's so fucking hot here. I guess who am I to tell you it's hot? How hot is it where you are?
I think today was 112.
What? How hot?
112.
Holy shit.
It's super dry though, so it's like nothing really.
You don't look very
I
tan.
do,
You haven't
I
been
will
going out
say,
and sitting
though-
by the pool? You haven't been going out and sitting by the pool?
No, not lately.
Please tell me there's a pool.
There may or may not be a pool.
Oh my goodness. If there's no pool and it's 112.
When I walk outside, my eyes feel like they're melting. So
That's how hot it is?
Yeah. It's like if your eyes get, I don't know. I've never had my eyes get so hot before. They just hurts.
He said dry beaver hiding, not hot beaver. He said it's dry there. It's super dry beaver. Two words that never should be used in juxtaposition of each other. Oh, that's interesting. And you know what? Maybe they do. UFC should provide it to you guys for free since y'all are military. Do they do that?
I want to say that they do have it for free on because there's like a TV, like an Armed Forces Network or whatever. So but everything on there is like a week old.
Oh, right. By then it's free somewhere else too.
Yeah, exactly.
Sevan, have you turned your power off yet and do your part and flatten the curve? It is pretty funny. They are saying I don't have AC at my house. It rarely gets over 100 where I'm at because I'm pretty close to the beach. But I not only that they've asked the people with electric cars not to charge their cars. I think it's fucking.
How stupid do they sound? That's ridiculous.
Hey, so I made a post the other day, just so you guys, I should probably talk about this on the live call-in show, but I made a post the other day showing that the guy at the U.S. Open that was sponsored by Moderna, basically he had to stop playing because something was wrong with his heart, right? And so the implication there, obviously, is I'm making the implication that he got the vaccine and something was fucked up with his heart. And someone in the comments wrote, why don't you talk about all the dudes who were vaccinated who are doing really well? Hey, listen, fucking knucklehead. It's crazy how fucking retarded some people are. I don't sit around and talk about all the people who were drunk driving who made it home safe. That's not what I do. I talk about the fucking idiots who drove drunk and died. I'm not like, well, for every 87 people who blacks out when they're driving, only 4 kill someone. No, that's not what I'm doing. I'm talking about, hey, people who drive drunk and who black out behind the wheel kill people. I'm not here to point out the fucking. I'm not here to point out the obvious for the morons. Today, I bet you tomorrow the sun will come up. I bet you tonight the moon will come up. I'm not doing that. It's knuckleheads like you that can justify anything and refuse to observe some fucking really obvious things that are going on with young professional athletes dropping dead or fucking having myocarditis out on the field. It's everywhere. You know, be like, why don't you talk about the success stories? It's fucking like you're not thinking clearly. You're not thinking clearly. And listen, you want to be right. I want to be wrong. You know I want to be wrong, right? You know I want to be 100% wrong. I want 100% of the people who took the injection to be safe. I'm not like rooting. God, I hope I'm right. I'm like, yo, dude, look, this motherfucker fell. Sorry, what were you gonna say, Caleb?
The crackhead, and then the person was cracked out, and the other person that was on heroin that had gotten in a car accident and killed each other.
Yeah, is that your story?
Yeah.
Oh, it just got released.
Like 2 people. They went to an intersection and had a head-on collision. One of
That's
them
like
was
Jeffrey Dahmer
Jeffrey
Dahmer and George Floyd fucking crashed into each other in a head-on collision.
Yeah, very similar.
Or one of those dudes that Rittenhouse blasted.
Heads.
I want to just because I don't know why it's Rittenhouse child molester. I wonder if I can just find it. Let's see if I can just find if they'll give you the exact numbers. The numbers of how many people that guy had molested is nuts. Actually, the word they used is sodomized. One of the guys that Rittenhouse killed.
Molested or sodomized?
When I think of sodomized, I think of anal. Like I think of like someone sticking something in your ass. Is that right? Do I know what that word means? Sodomized?
I want to say the definition of sodomized is penetration and any of your orifices.
Oh yeah, having anal intercourse.
Yeah,
I think the implication is that it's unwilling.
Yeah, right.
Oh, sodomy or buggery is generally anal or oral sex between people. Oh, I thought buggery was when it was non-consensual. I thought that was like old school way of talking about molestation. All right, this shows you guys deserve better than this on an affiliate show.
Off the rails.
Yes, that's what Amy. That's what that guy's saying. Getting the vaccine, not having a cardiac event should be celebrated. That's what that guy's saying. Like, if you make it home drunk, you should celebrate and just be like, "Hey, look, most people make it home okay."
I did it. I'll do it again.
I drove sober once in a while when I was in high school.
Once in a while.
Dylan Dykes, Caleb Beaver, C Beaver. What do you do?
No,
sounds like a children's book. Yeah, C Beaver. What do you do?
All right, Dr. Seuss, Dr. Dykes.
Did Caleb ever try and wipe his butt? This is great because after that show, I have to go. Fuck it. After that show, my wife goes, "Hey, there was no one better that you could have talked to about the fucking no tower stall door stories. How awesome was it that Caleb was there?" Oh, Caleb, you have a fly on your hat. You have a bug on your hat. You have a fly on your hat. Did Caleb ever try and wipe his butt sitting and realize his arm came up clean and cause you don't poop down your crack? Remember how you were saying that like you have to stand up so you don't get poop on your arm or something? This guy's saying that was a ridiculous notion. Adam is trying to suggest that's a ridiculous notion.
Okay, Adam. Well, show me how you wipe your ass, and then we'll talk.
Send him a video in his DMs.
Shoot me a DM. We'll talk about it.
Oh shit. When I see Beaver, something like that, like the kids book. Is that what you're implying? Yeah. Kids book. Yes. Okay. I don't think we have a show. Do we have the UFC show scheduled for tomorrow?
Yeah, it's on there.
Okay. So 7 a.m. UFC show. I'd like to do a live call-in show sometime. We don't have a show scheduled Saturday either.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Saturday, the reason why is Saturday, my kid's jiu-jitsu tournament is going on. I keep asking Matt. I called Matt yesterday. I'm like, "What the fuck, dude? We don't have a show Saturday." He goes, "What the fuck, dude? Your kid has a jiu-jitsu tournament." I'm like, "Oh shit, damn, you're right."
He knows your schedule better than you do.
I know. And I don't see schedule. I don't see anything on Sunday. I don't see anything on Monday. Okay. Oh no. Oh. On Monday we have Ryan Moody.
Oh yeah.
I forget who that is.
He's like the explosive coach or something.
Oh, yes. Wow, we didn't fuck around. We got him quick. Okay.
Yeah, you guys scheduled a shitload of shows.
All right. He's secret squirrel need to know. He's a secret squirrel. I'm not a vet, but I look at a beaver. Yeah, I bet you. Okay. All right, guys. Thank you very much, Carlos Mejias. Thank you. Awesome. One step closer today to taking